concepts. So one of the things I want to cover today is hashtags. What
Yes.
are they? How are they used? So what's a hashtag?
Well, hashtag I've gotten lots of questions on. A hashtag is used because Twitter is a single line and you can't tie the conversations together. So users developed the method of adding the pound sign and a word to tie a conversation together. So we might be, I don't know, it could be we're going to go have pizza as a group and we pick a hashtag to use, or an event, or some type of fundraiser we're doing, and we'll pick a hashtag event and use it to group them together, like the social media conference you went to Friday.
Okay, yeah,
We used a hashtag, for example.
So we were at the Social Media for Business Forum on Friday, October 23rd, my mom's birthday, actually.
Great.
We chose the hashtag SMBF. That's what the organizers had picked. Every time we'd sit down to a session, they'd say the hashtag for this particular session is SMBF A11 for advanced, 11 o'clock a.m. So that way anybody who's wanting to talk about that course could be conversing in real time and keeping track of what's being said about Social Media for Business Forum, advanced 11 o'clock, whatever that topic might be.
And you gave a great example. You were in one seminar and you were following the hashtags in another seminar so you could see what was going on.
Right. I was in one of the seminars by Wayne Sutton on blogging, and there was another seminar that I wanted to attend, but I couldn't be there. So I started following that hashtag on Twitter, so it was almost like I was sitting in on two seminars. People were talking about what Jano Church from Brands on Fire was saying, while I was talking to Wayne Sutton and tweeting about what he was saying. So, we've got this big collaboration of information going on. And the hashtag, I guess, makes it really easy to follow that.
Combine. And it lets people who weren't even at the seminar to kind of step in and listen and see what's going on. Would you tell them how to find hashtags?
Okay. Well, to find a hashtag, first thing you can do is look at your Twitter profile, and you see that trending topics over on the side. Those trending topics are the popular hashtags that are going on right now. So during the Balloon Boy thing, Balloon Boy was at the top of the list for a couple days. So it's just popular things that people are talking about. A second way, though, is to search. Not all hashtags are going to show up on those popular trending topics, but at the same time, there's still a lot of valuable hashtags out there. Like your wife Barbara does a lot of stuff with natural products, and she might use health as a hashtag, or
natural skincare.
Natural skincare as a hashtag. Okay.
For Nature's Face, her Twitter post.
That's cool. So there's very powerful and valuable hashtags that are being used that might not trend, so you can search for those. But what about if you wanted to create your own hashtag?
Well, my piece is you can use the search area on the right on your Twitter, or go to search.twitter.com, which is sometimes for new users easier to use and has an advanced button, and just put in the hashtag and look it up. See how it's being used. It might be you want to use one that's being used. It's relevant, or you want unique for that event. You want to make sure it's not currently used.
I remember one of the big examples I've got of why to research a hashtag before you get to it.
Story.
A couple of months ago, there's a local event called Final Friday Forum, which a lot of business owners
Great
get together
event.
and talk about a particular topic. And a couple months ago, the topic happened to be social media and Twitter. So somebody said, let's pick a hashtag. And they said, well, hashtag FFF. People started using it. I went back and researched it. And there's a phenomenon on Twitter called Follow Friday. And the hashtag is either Follow Friday or FF, in which you'd refer users to the people who are following you. FFF was a group of disgruntled people with this phenomenon who used a choice expletive in front of Follow Friday.
F expletive FF.
Indeed.
For people who didn't like it.
So inadvertently we found our event kind of getting mixed up with this thing that we didn't necessarily want to be associated with.
So research your hashtag before you use it for an event. And I want to tie in another big issue people are having is spam, because it's related.
Definitely. One way hashtags actually can be used for spam. A major brand got in a lot of trouble when they were putting out this, totally irrelevant tweets and tagging them with hashtags. So they could say, go buy this product here, hashtag iPhone, because everybody was talking about iPhone. Well, clearly that's only so they can get in front of the eyes of the people that are looking for information on the iPhone, and it's not relevant. That's spam in its purest form. Another form of spam on Twitter, you know, you think of spam in an email message as sending unwanted email messages to people. On Twitter, though, a common practice is to build a following by following as many people as you possibly can and hoping they reciprocate. So, you know, here you've got there's people mass following people automatically. That's not social.
No.
You know, that's anti-social media is what I look at it as.
It's yelling.
Indeed.
It's jumping up and down. The other piece is you as a user, that leads to spam, and I really like you to talk about ways they can do it. If you look under following and people are following you that you think are misusing or they're inappropriate or it looks like spam to you, or they're reposting you. This is a big thing. I got a repost with my name and then a short URL, and it was referring to like a printer cartridge they were trying to sell. Well, that's not what my short URL was.
And you didn't say that.
No, and I found it when I looked under at my name. And went, my gosh, someone's misusing my name because of its volume.
Yeah.
And of course, that's to me spam, and I reported them, and within a day they were off. So talk about how you report, because there are really two main ways.
Well, yeah, there's two main ways. First thing you need to do is follow spam on Twitter, @spam. Follow spam using the Twitter profile. A cool thing that Twitter's done is under the little gear icon on that person's particular Facebook profile page, you can click that and there's a report spam button, which will automatically report them as a spammer.
And this is relatively new. So let's say you find someone that's following you and you go, wait a second, why are their clothes not on? And then you click on their profile, and then you'll see on the right there's an area where you can report them as spam. Please do, because this is a community helping each other. Yeah. Then the other way was the direct message.
Yeah.
Tell them about that.
If you send a direct message to spam, mention the username, and you can say they're a spammer. You don't have to. You can describe the issue. Twitter will pick it up and act on it if they get enough responses.
And that would be D space spam space, and then the little @ and the name of the spammer, and then you can put a spammer or whatever you want. Yeah. And again, usually within 24 hours, they'll take them off. They're doing a pretty good job. So those are two little tips. We covered hashtags, fundamentals. Hopefully you learned something of value with that.
Cover how to abuse hashtags.
Right, how people are abusing it. Right, don't do that. And then the other thing was spam, and that you have a right to watch those people are following you, and if you think they're spam, you can do that. Also, you can block them. So just mention briefly blocking for a new user.
Okay. For example, if you've got a user who's following you that may have, in your case, used your name as a retweet inappropriately, you can block that person from ever seeing your tweets again. Again, on their profile page, you could click that little gear icon that's off to the side of their username, and click block this user, or using the right side toolbar, there's a block this user button as well.
Yeah.
There's also a really cool tool that I use called Tweet Blocker. Tweetblocker.com. You'll sign in. It'll analyze your list of people who are following you, and it will give each person a grade from A, B, C, D, or F as to how appropriate their content is. Basically, it's looking at, is this person a spammer, or is this person not a spammer? It does a pretty good job.
And you still want to use your discernment, because we found people we know weren't spamming in there. So look at the person, but it's a guideline
it's
to
a good
figure out who it is. Well, that's a few tips for you, hopefully something useful, and let's tell them how, if they want to follow us, they can.
All right, you can follow me at Rob Lauder on Twitter.
And then for me, it's just Martin Brossman, MartinBrossman, written together, and love to hear from you. Ask some more questions too, and we'll make another video.
Tweet you later.
That's right. Take care.